What you want for supper?
Meatball stew.
Y'all come hang out with me while I make a meatball stew, potato salad, and some sweet peas. First things first, to my see-through mixing bowl, I'm gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. I just like to take it and break it up so that it's in little crumbles. To my meat, I'm gonna add 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs, a little bit of booyah, fat side open. And I'm using this not only because it tastes really good, but it's got like dried onion and celery flakes and just a lot of stuff that would give my meatballs really good flavor. Some garlic powder. Ooh! A little bit of Worcestershire. And then 1 egg. I'm gonna give this a really good mix and see if I feel like it needs anything else. Just on how it smells, really. If y'all don't have booyah, a substitute for that would be like your favorite Cajun seasoning, or really just whatever you want to use to make your meatballs taste good. I'm gonna take them, just however big you wanna make yours, and then roll them into little balls. Boop. People prefer bigger balls. Some people prefer smaller ones so that you get one with like every bite. But really just make sure that they are all the same size so that they cook evenly. And here we are, that 1 pound of meat got me 14 little meatballs. Meatballs are in the freezer for probably 30 minutes just so that they can like not fall apart whenever I go to cook them. To my pot, I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. It's gonna get this hot. Now I'm just gonna go in with all my little meatballs and just sear them good on both sides. As always, when you're browning meat, do not crowd your pot or else it will boil. It won't get a good sear. It'll make it nasty. Don't do it. Now we're just gonna flip them over and do the other side. That one came apart. Gosh dog it. If your little meatballs stick while you're browning them, just take a spatula and loosen them up, and then you can flip them better. So these do not have to cook all the way through. We're just making sure that both sides are seared really well. Mine are good, so I'm gonna set them to the side. Now to this grease, I'm just gonna add in my veggies. This is 1 bell pepper, 1 yellow onion, 2 stalks of celery. Now I'm just gonna cook these down for about 15 minutes. So be sure to season your veggies. Look out, oh, if your veggies start sticking, just add a little bit of water. All right, these are looking good. So now I'm just gonna add 3 cloves of chopped garlic, cook for 2 more minutes. Veggies are done, so I'm going in with 32 ounces of beef broth. This up with 32 ounces of water, straight from the sink. I know a little Cajun gremlin that's gonna be mad at me, but I'm going in with some Raging Cajun Jarrow. I'm not sure how much yet. Probably half the jar. And then I got my little roux spoon that my girl KP got me. We're just gonna let this melt down in this. So I used a little over half of the jar, and now I've just got my stuff coming to a boil, and that's gonna dissolve this roux really nice. Forget to season this. So all my roux is dissolved. This is what it's looking like, a really pretty color. Add in all my meatballs. And this little bit of juice. Got this at a rolling boil. We're just gonna put the lid on and then turn the fire to low and let it simmer for like an hour and a half. Y'all, I'm just gonna be real honest. I have a bunch of leftover mashed potatoes from the other night that I'm gonna use for my potato salad. Pretend I cooked a couple russet potatoes, peeled, mushed them up. All right, so we've got our mashed potatoes. I'm just doing a simple potato salad for this. We're going in with the Duke's mayonnaise. Don't get me Cajun. I'd say that's about a cup to a half a cup. A little tiny squirt of mustard. A little bit of dill relish. A lot of times I use dill and sweet together and then try to get some of that juice. To be honest, that's perfect to me. Tastes really good. I'm running out of time. So for the sweet peas, all I'm gonna do, pop these babies on the stove, put a little bit of butter, salt and pepper, some boiled eggs on the stove for that potato salad that I'm just gonna mash in whenever they're done. All right, here it is. Add an entire bunch of green onions chopped up in the last 5 minutes. One to 10.
Probably a 30.